Sairam students, welcome back. I hope all of you are doing good. And today's class, we will begin with a new poem from your textbook, First Flight. And the name of the poem is The Tale of Custard the Dragon, which is written by Ogden Nash. Frederick Ogden Nash was an American poet well known for his light verse, of which he wrote over 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared the country's best known producer of humorous poetry. So basically, he was into all, writing light verse poems, that is, all humorous poems. Now, this poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, is a ballad. What's a ballad? Basically, it's a poem or a song that narrates a story. So, this is a humorous poem which tells us about a cowardly dragon whose name is Custard. Custard is a pet of Belinda, a little girl who lives in White House with her pets. She also lives in a little white house, and along with Custard, she has many other pets as well. She had a black kitten named Ink, a grey mouse named Blink, a yellow dog, Mustard, and a cowardly dragon, Custard. So these were her pets, and she was living in a little white house. So just a gentle reminder, students, just keep a book and a pen handy so that you can jot down all the important points. So let's get started with our poem. The Tale of Custard the Dragon. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse, and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon, and Realio Trulio, little pet dragon. So here the poet says that there was a girl, Belinda. Okay, and where did she live? She lived in a little white house. Can you see this? This is the white house where she used to stay. She had a little black kitten. So who were her pets? One was a kitten. Then she also had a mouse. Okay. She had a yellow dog. We can see the picture of all the animals over here, her pets. She also had a wagon. And yes, she had one more pet. Okay, and that was a dragon. So basically here they are telling us about Belinda and her pets. Look at the last line. And Realio Trulio, little pet dragon. So what's Realio Trulio? Basically it's nothing but Realio stands for real and Trulio stands for true. Now this is basically poetic license which the poet has used. Basically these poets have the license, they can change certain words so that they can create some rhythm or for a better poetic effect. So this line has a poetic license. And why? Because the poet has used the words realio and trulio instead of real and true. Proceeding further. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink. And the little yellow dog was Sharp as Mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. So in this stanza, basically we come to know about the names of her pets. The black kitten was called as Ink, the grey mouse was called Blink, the yellow dog was called Mustard, and the dragon was called Custard. So here she is, here we come to know the names of the pets she had. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace chimney for a nose, and realio trulio daggers on his toes. Now this stanza basically gives us a detailed, a picture of how the dragon looked. He had big sharp teeth. Here I have four images of the dragon for you. So how he had big sharp teeth and he had spikes on top of him. Can you see in this picture? Look over here. Spikes. This portion. Okay. So he had spikes on his back. Okay. And scales underneath. Look at this picture. Look at the scales on his stomach. Okay. So he had spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace chimney for a nose. So here we can see. Okay. What's a fireplace? Okay, basically a place where a fire is lit. So here we can see fire coming out of the mouth. So his mouth was like a fireplace and chimney for a nose, and realio trulio daggers on his toes. Again, look at his feet over here. Okay, so his feet, how were they? They were like daggers on his toe. Dagger or a knife like toe, very sharp, very pointed. Clear? Belinda was as brave as barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chased Lion down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in rage, but Custard cried for a nice, safe cage. So Belinda was very brave. She was as brave as barrel full of bears. What's a barrel? Barrel is basically a drum. So which means over here, barrel full of bears means she was very, very strong. She was very, very brave. Ink and Blink also, what did they do? They chased lions. Though they were very small in size, but they were very brave. And how do we come to know? Because here it is mentioned that they chased lions down the stairs. Mustard, who was a dog, okay, he was also very brave, like a tiger in rage. Rage means anger. So Mustard was as brave as tiger in anger, but Custard, the dragon, he cried for a nice safe cage. He always cried for a nice and a safe cage. So here they are telling us how the pets were, how Belinda was, and how Custard was. Belinda trickled him, she trickled him unmerciful. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon, and realio trulio cowardly dragon. So here Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. She tickled him. She teased him. Over here it means she teased him, and she teased him very cruelly. And what did Ink, Blink, and Mustard do? They called him Percival. Now, who's Percival? I have a photograph, an animated photograph of Percival. He happened to be a knight in King Arthur's court. Okay. Then they all sat laughing in little red wagon. So where did they sit? All of them were sitting in the little red wagon. Okay. And realio trulio cowardly dragon. Again, over here, poetic license is used because instead of real and true, the poet has used realio and trulio. Now, if we see this stanza, basically we can see that all of them, Belinda and her pets, they were teasing Custard. Why? Because he was coward. She teased him. The other pets, they called him Percival. Okay, Percival was a very brave knight. Okay, brave warrior. So in this stanza, what can we see? We can see Belinda and the other pets. They are teasing Custard. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So Belinda giggled, she laughed and laughed and laughed, till when? Till the entire house shook. And Blink said weak. What is weak? It's a giggling sound of mouse. What did Ink and Mustard do? They rudely asked Custard for his age. And what did Custard ask for? A nice, safe cage. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meouch! Cried Ink, and ooh! Cried Belinda. For there was a pirate climbing in the window. So what happened when they were, teasing? When they were teasing Custard, what happened all of a sudden? They could hear a nasty sound. Nasty is a bad, an unpleasant sound they could hear. So what did Mustard do? Mustard growled, Mustard barked. And they all looked around to see and to understand from where is the sound coming from. Meouch! Cried Ink, and ooh! Cried Belinda. So what did Ink do? Ink cried meouch, that is meow and ouch. And what did Belinda cry? She cried ooh. Why? Because there was a pirate. Now who is a pirate? A person who robs ship in the sea is called a pirate. So what did they see, or whom did they see? They basically saw a pirate climbing in the window. Window is nothing but, again, it's for window. Again, the poet over here has used poetic license. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. So he had pistol in his hand, okay, in his left hand and his right, and in his teeth. If you see this picture carefully, students, what can you see? He was holding a cutlass. Now what's a cutlass? Cutlass is a short sword with a curved blade. So he was holding a cutlass in his teeth. His beard was black and his one leg was of wood. Okay, and the moment they saw him, they understood that the pirate meant no good, which means the pirate is there to harm them. Okay, so this is what they understood on seeing the pirate. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help. But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse blinked strategically mousehold. So what happened over here? As soon as they saw the pirate, how did they react? Belinda paled. Paled means she turned yellow with fear and she shouted for help. And what happened to Mustard? Mustard fled. He ran away with a terrified yelp. immediately when he left the place. What did ink do? Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household. Again, ink also went away from there. And the little mouse blink strategically mouse hold. Even blink, it went to its hole. Clear? But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tails like irons in dungeon. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. So when everybody else, fled from that place, okay, what did Custard do? Custard jumped and snorting like an engine. He made a sound, okay. He jumped up and he clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. What's a dungeon? Basically, it's a prison, underground prison. Okay, so with a clatter and a clank and jangling squirm, clatter, clank, jangling. Basically, when hard objects, when they bang, they make these sounds. Okay, so with a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm, squirm is a twist. What did he do? He went at the pirate. Went means he attacked the pirate like a robin at a worm. So how a robin attacks a worm? In the similar way, Custard attacked the pirate. Clear? The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Now the pirate gaped. Okay, the pirate was staring in awe. He looked at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog. Grog is basically a drink, okay, from his pocket flagon. Flagon is a container which is basically made of silver where the drink is stored. So what did he do? He gulped some, he drank some grog from his pocket flagon. And then what did he do? He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit. Hit whom? Hit Custard. Yes. And what did Custard do? He gobbled him every bit. Gobbled him is he gobbled the pirate. The meaning of gobbled is swallowed hurriedly. So what did Custard do? He gobbled away the pirate. Belinda embraced him. Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in glee did gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. So after Custard gobbled the pirate, what did Belinda do? Belinda embraced him. Belinda hugged him. Whom did Belinda hug? She hugged Custard the dragon. And what did Mustard do? Mustard licked him. And nobody mourned for his pirate victim. Nobody felt sorry for the pirate. Nobody mourned for this pirate. And what did Ink and Blink do? In glee. In glee means in happiness, in delight. What did they do? They did gyrate. They danced around Custard the dragon. Okay. So Ink and Blink in glee did gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. So they dance around the dragon that ate the pirate. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. If I had been twice as brave, if I hadn't been flustered. I'm sorry. I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. Would have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. So after they celebrated, after they saw that Custard is very brave, after the celebration, what happened? Mustard said that if I hadn't been flustered is upset or confused. If I wasn't confused, I would have been I would have been twice as brave as Custard the dragon. And what did Ink and Blink say? They said we would have been 3 times as brave. If you were two twice, we would have been 3 times. And what did poor Custard do? Nothing. He just agreed. I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. Everybody is who? The other pets. He also agreed, yes, you all are braver than me. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kittens and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her really truly little pet dragon. So if you see, this is the same stanza 1, but only the word still is added over here, which means they are talking about the present situation after the pirate was killed by Custard. Okay, what are they saying? That Belinda still lives over there. Where? In the little white house with her kitten, her grey mouse, her yellow dog, and the dragon. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. So again, this is the repetition of the 4th stanza. The only change over here is Belinda is brave. There it was Belinda was as brave. And Custard keeps crying. In the 4th stanza, it was he cried for a nice safe cage, which means in the present situation also, everything continues to be the same. Okay, they are saying that Belinda is as brave as, a barrel full of bears. Ink and Blink, again, they are brave. Mustard is also brave as a tiger in anger. Okay, and the dragon, who was the actual hero of the, who took charge of the situation, he keeps crying for a nice, safe cage. So that's it, students, for today's session. I hope the poem is clear to all of you. We'll catch up in the next class, wherein we'll deal with the literary devices used in the poem. Now there's a link with this video link which you have to click on and answer the set of questions given over there. Until we meet next, you will take care of yourself, students. Sai Ram and bye-bye.